of people have felt something's going on with Hale Bopp.
Well, I have too. There's been a real lack of pictures from the Hubble Space Telescope or any big observatories. So that got me all the more curious. I can smell when they're...
Why would they do that?
Perhaps they saw something they felt might disturb people.
You have just taken a photograph. When did you take it? Tonight?
I took it at 6 o'clock this evening.
6 o'clock. All right.
This thing appears to be several times larger than the Earth. And my heart starts going faster.
Professor, what the hell is that?
This object is approximately four times, the size of the planet Earth. And it's headed our way, headed our way, headed our way, headed our way, headed our way.
Those recordings are from Coast to Coast with Art Bell in early 1997. This is when the famous Hale Bopp Comet was approaching Earth. Astronomers, as well as regular people with powerful telescopes, believed that they saw another object traveling closely behind Hale Bopp Comet. Many rumors and speculation spread that it was extremely large and likely an alien mothership. This caused a lot of confusion, arguments, and chaos within the community. Does any of this sound familiar to you? The significance of these rumors was that it gave fuel for some religious groups and esoteric cults, with the most notable being the Heaven's Gate cult. This was the cult based on the idea of shedding behind the human vessel or body to acquire their true form, which is alien in nature. The cult leaders T and Do convinced themselves and others that they were the two witnesses in the book of Revelation, and that Jesus was an alien, and they convinced others that humans can be saved only if they live by a certain set of rules, and one day their alien family will come down in a UFO and rescue them. Well, that day never came, and as a form of ascending to a higher existence, they offed themselves in the largest mass self-deletion event to ever take place in the United States. Almost 40 people died as a result of this. The thing is, this is something that the cult members were happy and willing to do, something that they were willing to die for. These were not unhappy people or people with a lot of problems. In many of their exit interviews on camera, they said this is the happiest they have ever been, but it was all self-delusion. Now you might say, well, that can never be me. Those people were stupid. Who would believe such things or fall in such deception? You'd be surprised. The majority of Heaven's Gate cult came from good families and were quite intelligent. My background is studying human behavior and pattern recognition. There's just a couple of ingredients needed and perhaps the right timing to convince someone to join a cult. Heaven's Gate was unlike most cults. It was peaceful, non-violent, non-confrontational, and they never begged or tried to force anyone to join. And again, the onset of their messaging that aliens are coming to save mankind may sound insane to the average person, but you add in large celestial objects coming towards Earth, the stress and worry about Y2K, psychics and false prophets predicting the end of the Earth in 1999 or the turn of 2000, which didn't happen, by the way. We're still here. So now when people see signs in the skies like with the drones and strange orbs, signs on the earth like with the floods and the earthquakes, signs of seeing objects shaped like Jesus or seeing apparitions of Mother Mary, just like we saw in COVID. We saw the news. We heard the horror stories about the so-called worst disease ever spreading like wildfire and not having enough beds at the hospitals, bodies being stored in ice cream trucks. And we bought into it. We see the signs. We wore the masks. We stood 6 feet apart. We didn't visit our loved ones on their deathbed, all because we bought into fear. It took people out of their normal frame and composure. It turned innocent people into thieves due to the fear of lack. It caused people to react instead of act. In 1997, the Hale Bopp Comet and the approach of Y2K brought a lot of the same type of paranoia and anxiety around what was going to happen. People just freaked out. Heaven's Gate offed themselves. And the most worse and deceptive part, after all of that, it turned out there wasn't even another object traveling behind Hale Bopp Comet. It was just delusion. Hale Bopp was all alone. It was just a comet. It passed by Earth without disrupting anything, except uprooting the lives of people who bought into the end of the world theories, or alien invasion, or alien rescue, depending which side that you were on. In 2025, here we are again. 3i Atlas is stirring all kinds of wild conspiracies. AI videos are being cranked out every day about new theories on what it is. The problem is people are vulnerable right now. There's just so much going on in the world, and people are high in emotions from every angle, thanks to media, social media, high-profile assassinations, subway incidents, racial incidents, wars, Gaza genocide, Christian genocide in Africa, which media won't even talk about. Every week, there's some big news that hits. Sure, we got all those things to worry about, and now there's an unexplainable, extremely large object that defies every definition to the word comet, but that's what scientists are calling it anyway. 3i Atlas. Not only that, but like in 1997, there are rumors that several objects reported to be flying alongside Atlas. This time, it's more credible since we have legit images of these from multiple sources. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. There have been hundreds, if not thousands of people claiming to remote view 3i Atlas, and guess what? For the most part, they all have contradictory reports. If you're unfamiliar with remote viewing, it is basically a method of psychically transporting yourself to a certain place and time to see what's going on. Very similar to astral traveling, although they do overlap quite a bit. I may do a more in-depth video on these remote viewers and what they're saying about Atlas, but for now, just know that they don't really agree on any details. For the most part, they're saying it's definitely alien technology. Some say that there are humans on board, some say that they're not. Some say that they're alive, some say that they're dead, some say that there are aliens on board, but they disagree on what kind of alien. Some say Palladians, some say Nordics, some say lizard people. So who can you trust? Well, probably none of them. See, the more that you watch or listen to this stuff, the more that you're likely to entertain and believe the idea of something that you normally think is nonsense. It's a slow conditioning process. That's all it takes. It doesn't matter how smart you are or how smart you think you are, humans can't resist all levels of influence 100% of the time. So this is my warning. Now is the time to be vigilant. If you know that you're easily influenced, then don't watch or listen to certain things that may persuade you to certain things or ideas. So here's the thing, even if it's aliens and they decide to do a U-turn or do a quick side quest to see what's going on planet Earth, we can worry about that when that time comes. But most likely, it won't come to that point. Because of its trajectory and speed, it would take quite a bit of maneuvering just to visit Earth. I know a lot of people are praying that it's aliens for them to save us from all this chaos on Earth, but my opinion is that intelligent beings vastly superior to humans would likely treat us like slaves. What do humans do when we find a new species? We kill it, lock it up, and do tests on it. We should hope it's not aliens from another star system. See, Heaven's Gate recruited a lot of people during the political heights and the war in the 70s and capitalized on people's emotions to turn towards a more peaceful path and enlightenment. But they were deceived. The leaders fooled themselves and they fooled many others, some straight to their graves. So yes, your spirituality and soul could be at stake. If things with 3i Atlas get more weird, just take a step back and breathe. Guard your heart. Guard your mind. Guard your soul. Use discernment. Talk to people about what you're feeling and going through. This may help you. Talk to a spiritual advisor. Talk to God. Ask Jesus to comfort you. Just don't drink the Kool-Aid.